The Oakland Valdez fire was devastating beyond belief. I haven't seen anything like that since the Oakland Hills fire in 1991, but the good thing about the Oakland Valdez Building Fire that wasn't good about the Oakland Hills fire is that the Oakland Fire Department thankfully contained that inferno before it could destroy the entire Valdez neighborhood, including such venerable institutions as the Muro Restaurant, the Oakland Acura dealer, and across the street Whole Foods. So kudos to the Oakland Fire Department for essentially saving the neighborhood, but I digress. An important digression nonetheless, though. The building that was to go up at 2307 Valdez was a concept developed by Wood Partners out of Atlanta, where I'm at here, and in partnership, with PYATOK architects in the Bay Area and the East Bay. It was to be a market rate mixed-use housing construct that, when finished, would go a long way toward remaking Valdez, which was once part of the Broadway Auto Row redevelopment concept that extends back to 1991 and then through the 90s in terms of its development. The construction damage that was caused by the fire marks the fifth such action in Oakland and Emeryville over, I believe, the last 4 years. And now people are beginning to wonder if these fires are deliberate, because the others were suspected arson fires. What this project has in common with the others is they're all market rate housing. All market rate. And in the case of the Valdez building, its completion would allow the addition of needed market rate housing to the area to increase the supply of market rate housing total to meet the demand, and therefore ease price pressures on the area overall, including Adams Point for that matter. Because Oakland has the highest, if not among the highest, apartment rentals per month in the entire country. So I started thinking about this, looking at the other projects, and I came to a rather frightening conclusion. The possibility that the Oakland Valdez fire was done by someone on the inside, either unintentionally, accidentally, or intentionally. This has to be investigated because, well, first of all, consider this. Wood Partners insists that the property was well secured and had cameras. Okay, one has to assume that those cameras were designed to look outside around the property so that there was no suspicious activity detected. That could only mean that anyone having access to the property was the possessor of legal access, not illegal. They didn't do anything to get on the property illegally. So you have to investigate from the perspective that this could be an inside job. Something else too. This isn't the only building in Oakland that is the focus of a Wood Partners PYATOK partnership. The other, among others, is 14th and Alice is the other one. 14th and Alice is at 14th and Alice in downtown Oakland, and it's, according to the website, on the boards. I also have to point out, and I do in my blog post, that 14th and Alice Street was where my friend Chauncey Bailey, the late Oakland Post journalist, was shot on August 3rd of 2007, and I have a video about that Memorial Day right here that I've linked to. I hope that Wood Partners and PYATOK see their way, this is an aside, see their way to create some type of memorial for Chauncey in the building so that his memory is preserved. But I digress again. Back to the point. Thinking the unthinkable is necessary in order, if only, to eliminate that possibility. Is someone on the inside responsible for the Valdez fire, and was someone on the inside responsible for the other fires that have destroyed much needed market rate housing in Oakland? I want to add something else too. We definitely need affordable and cheap housing, unquestionably. And PYATOK's actually working on a project on, I believe, 901 Jefferson. But we also need more market rate housing to simply, well, follow economics of supply and demand. If you don't have a great supply of market rate housing, what's there is more expensive than it should be. If you increase the supply of it, that reduces the pressure, price pressure per unit overall. We have to get to that point. And yes, we also need not just affordable, but very cheap housing, because at the low end, what we have is a shortage of cheap housing below affordable. And we need to bring back redevelopment to make all these projects pencil out. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube. Oh, and I remind you that, if you didn't know this before, Zenny62 is the first YouTube partner channel established in Oakland. April 29th, 2006 became YouTube partner channel April of 2008.